know Kyler Murray. In case you don't know who he is, he plays professional football as a quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. While playing football in college at Oklahoma, he threw for over 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns in the 2018 season. He went on to win the Heisman Trophy as college football's top player that year. Kyler's a third-generation Korean American, and he's a Christian. So I can tell you his stats, I can tell you where he lives, I can tell you all kinds of interesting information about him. I can tell you all of that and more about Kyler Murray, because I Googled him. You know, I already knew many of the things that Google told me, but I learned a lot that I didn't already know. Now back to my first statement. Do I really know Kyler Murray? No. I know a lot about him, but I don't know him. I've never been introduced to Kyler Murray or to any of his family. I have no idea what he does on a typical day, what he thinks about, what he worries about, what he likes and what he doesn't like. But his family does. I know Nancy Kimberling. I know everything about her without even doing a Google search. Besides, I know so much more than Google knows about her. We met when she was 18, and we spent as much time together as we could since then. I know what she does each day, what she likes, what she doesn't like, what she worries about, and much, much more. I know her. Knowing Nancy on a deep, intimate level is a big part of what makes our marriage work. And her knowledge of me is equally intimate. Knowing each other at this level is part of what the Bible talks about when it says the two become one. We know each other. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, how well do you know your spouse? So now you have that number. How do you feel about it? Is it where you want it to be? Is it lower? Is it higher? Is it where you expect it to be at this point in your marriage? You know, when Nancy and I married, I knew her. We spent 2 years getting to know each other, and what I knew of her was why I wanted to marry her. So do I know her better today? Absolutely. But that didn't just happen. If all I knew about Nancy was what I knew after 2 years, I would have missed out on so much. Through the years of our marriage, we have had thousands of touch points that have taken our knowledge of each other to new levels. They bonded us closer to each other, and they still do. Many of us can think of at least one couple that just exists together in the marriage. They're strangers, and they live in the same house, and most of them are in that situation because they didn't take advantage of touch point opportunities that were right in front of them every single day. In marriage, we've gone through a few seasons of existing. And looking back, I hated those times. It was far away from what I wanted our marriage to be. But with God's help, we made it through those seasons, and we began to embrace the daily touch points again. Knowing Nancy not only gives me an outward joy, but an inward joy. Knowing her meets those needs that God placed inside of me for her to meet. Do you want for that for the two of you? No matter what your knowing number is today, it can get better by just looking for and taking advantage of the touch points that are right in front of you every single day.